What is up guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today I am doing my predictions for WWE Backlash, which is the first brand specific pay-per-view. It's the pay-per-view for SmackDown, it's their first one, and honestly it's not looking like a great card. The matches that stand out are maybe Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, that could be a good match, possibly Ziggler, The Miz, if they perform well, that is. Anyway, these are my predictions. They're not in order that they're actually going to come out on the pay-per-view because I don't actually know that. They're just the order I've read them off. So then first up we have Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles for the WWE World Championship. This one is interesting because Dean Ambrose is his first big championship and AJ Styles has been on a run. He's just beat John Cena. John Cena! It's interesting because Dean Ambrose hasn't held it for that long. Lots of fans might be wanting to keep it. But like I said, AJ Styles has just beaten John Cena, so he's kind of on a bit of a roll and he hasn't won a major any championship yet in WWE. So for that reason, I've gone for AJ Styles to win this match. Like I said, he's on a roll, he hasn't won anything yet, he's been getting a massive push. I think if he wins it, even though he's technically the heel in this feud, he'll probably be mad. So yeah, AJ Styles for this one. Up next we have the Women's Six-Pack Challenge, which involves Nikki Bella, Carmella, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Natalya and Becky Lynch. So for this one, I'm going to go through each one. I don't think Alexa Bliss and Carmella will win it because I think they're too new. I still think they need to develop in WWE a bit. Nikki Bella's just come back from an injury. I don't think she's going to win it because if they put her straight back as a champion, I think it's a bit favouritism and I don't think she's going to get the pop she did originally. Even though she's a face, I don't think fans will like it as much. Natalya and Naomi are both veterans. Natalya has been a champion before, I think. I don't think Naomi has, but I don't think they're going to get it because they're not really the big fan favourites. Natalya is the heel. Hasn't had it for a while, but she's not really a strong enough character, and Naomi's kind of redeveloped her character, so she's going to have to get a bit of time for the fans to get on board with that. So for that reason, I have gone for Becky Lynch to win this one. It's a bit of a long shot really, but I think Becky's been in WWE long enough now for her to get her first championship. She's a fan favourite. She's been given a hard time really. She got put right in the championship picture as soon as she arrived, but then just got dropped back down with pointless feuds with Natalya, which no one really cared about. I think it's about time she won a championship, so I'm going for Becky Lynch. Up next we actually have an interesting one. We have two matches which are kind of the same match, if that makes sense. Basically, first things first, we have the Usos versus the Hype Bros. This is because American Alpha, who was supposed to be fighting Heath Slater and Rhino, got injured by the Usos when they turned heel on SmackDown on Tuesday night. So this means Usos versus the Hype Bros will fight first, I believe, and then they will go on to fight Heath Slater and Rhino later on in the night. And for this, I've gone for the Usos to win that first fight. I'll explain why. But basically, they're heels. I don't think the Hype Bros are fan favourites enough for them to win it straight away. Then going on to the final match, which will hopefully be Heath Slater and Rhino versus the Usos, which is what I predict. And for this, I also think the Usos will win it because they are the big heels. They just turned heel. So to crush a dream of Heath Slater to win it, and to crush a title opportunity for Heath Slater and a contract opportunity, means that I think they're going to win it, but I don't think they're going to win it clean, because I think if they win it clean, that kind of ends it for Heath Slater and Rhino. They don't really have anything to keep them there, whereas if they don't win it clean, they have the excuse that the Usos cheated to win it, so they get another match some way. So for that, I'm going for the Usos to win both matches, qualifying match against the Hype Bros to start off with, and the championship match later. Next up, we technically have the biggest match on the card, which is Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. This is another interesting one. Randy Orton has just come off the back of a defeat to Brock Lesnar, quite a hefty defeat. And then we have Bray Wyatt, who has really not won any matches of significance. He's kind of been the scapegoat for wrestlers who need a win desperately. So I believe really he needs that push of Randy Orton of beating Randy Orton to push him up the roster. Hopefully Bray Wyatt will win it, and I'm going to go for Bray Wyatt to win this. I think he needs that, and I think he needs a push to keep himself in the big picture. And I think if Randy Orton wins, Bray Wyatt's just going to get knocked back down the standings again, and he keeps having these Monday matches that don't get him anywhere, and he keeps getting beaten at pay-per-views. So I think it's about time he's won one, really. And finally we come up to the last match, which is for the Intercontinental Championship, which is Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz, who is the champion at the time. For this, The Miz has come off of a long run. He's a 5-time Intercontinental Champion and he's held it for a while. Dolph Ziggler's just come off the back of a loss to Dean Ambrose. He's become another fan favourite again. He kind of got lost in the feud with Baron Corbin a while ago, and so he's been given a big push straight up to the title pictures. And I think an Intercontinental Championship reign would be good for him in making him look strong as a champion, and he could hold it for a while, maybe even up until early next year. For that reason, I'm going to go for Dolph Ziggler to win it, and I think it would give him great energy for his character and make him look a lot stronger in the business. So those are my predictions for WWE Backlash, which is of course the first SmackDown pay-per-view. It's not looking particularly good. I think people are more looking forward to Clash of Champions, which comes later on in the month. So let's hope they can prove everyone wrong. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and share this video as much as possible. Also subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again next time. So thank you and goodbye.
Remember back then who you were. You used to be calm, used to be strong, used to be generous, but you should have known that you wear out your welcome, and now you see how quiet it is all alone. I'm so sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this.